Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with this edition of School Talk. We have someone very special here. Sir, please introduce yourself and tell us what it is that you do.
Officer Keith Habig with the Clark County School District Police Department, and I go around now and I teach a safe driving program to the students within the Clark County School District called Zero Teen Fatalities.
When you don't have the experience on the road, you're not as comfortable. And again, you know, we could probably have the conversation. Well, listen, you know, the people that are really comfortable, they're the ones you got to look out for, right? Because they're the ones that are blasting down the road, right? Because they're like, woo, you know, I'm not 18 anymore, right? And so we can have a conversation about both. But when it comes to the inexperience of someone who is just now getting their license, they probably don't own their own car.
Correct. So the majority, correct.
Right, and so they feel like I remember like driving around in my mom and dad. You know what I mean? Like
Same way.
Feel like, oh man, I better. You know what I mean? Like you park away from everybody.
You want to make sure you don't ding mommy or daddy's car.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
But then you have, you know, on the opposite side, some of those kids that they are fortunate enough to where they can get their own car, and it's almost comes to a show off type of thing, right? They think they're the cool kid. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. Watch what I can do. And unfortunately, this brings dangerous situations in as well.
So let's get into now the end of the year.
Yes.
Okay. There are things in your line of business that you have to prepare for the end of the year. So do you hold special end of the year things like, you know, in an auditorium for kids, like for you on a personal level, that just says, you know, look, I'm your instructor, please just, you know, follow what I'm doing, you know, talk to us a little bit about that.
On my end, it's kind of hard to do that. I do mention some things like that as we start approaching the end of the school year. But a lot of the schools, it's hard for me to get my program into the schools the last 2 weeks of the school year, because students they're preparing for their finals and classes are trying to button up all of that. So when I am in there like the month prior, yes, I am definitely talking to, hey guys, we have, you know, the end of the year is coming up. We need to be smart. We need to make sure that we're making good decisions this summer. And we do talk about it all the time, yes. Yeah. I try to hit the schools. I've been scheduling the last 2 years around their events. For example, you might hit, say, a legacy high school right before their homecoming in September. But then I'm lucky I can do Arborview after that in October. Or we can do Foothill, you know, later on, you know, because, you know, they stagger their homecomings. So if I can do right before their homecomings, because sometimes we have issues before homecomings and proms. So I like to do them before those events as well.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yep.
And now let me ask you, if there's parents that now watch, because we air this on Channel 13.
Okay.
Sometimes parents are unaware of what is going on. We learned last week, you know, about the, you know, different types of things that people do, you know, in the schools of tagging and, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
That I wasn't aware of. I wouldn't know, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so what thoughts do you have for parents now at the end of the school year, if you could talk to them and say, you know, these are things to maybe look out for and things like that? What would be your thoughts on that?
One of my biggest things is pay attention. You know, pay attention to your kids and ask them questions. You know, if you need to go through their phone, right? Find out some of the things that they're doing. A lot of these kids are videotaping the foolish things that they're doing. You know, go look through their photos and talk to your kids. You know, me and my wife, we talk to our kids all the time about the things that they're doing. We try to follow them. They can follow us. We have an app out there. There's an app called Life 360. They can see where I'm at any given time. Just look it up and go, hey, Dad's over here. So just this past year, we spoke to 15,750 kids.
15,000 kids. So
yes.
Keep the message going. You know what I mean? And so I appreciate very much. We're going to look at this camera now, and then we're going to wave. We're going to say, see you later, okay? See you later.
See you later.